Okay, next book, The Slight Edge. While we're on this topic of competitive advantage, 80-20 rule, the one thing, you cannot avoid the slight edge. The slight edge, it's everything from the decisions you make, the micro decisions, whether it's pressing that snooze button in the morning and actually skipping. What are you saying to your subconscious brain? What are you doing? You will notice that successful people keep becoming successful and poor people, broke people keep remaining broke or continuing to be broke. Why is that? It's about choices, it's about habits, it's about different things that we've done, how we've set up and structured our lives. Well, the slight edge, would you like to know the secret? Would you like to know the secrets of what, the Bill Gates of the world, or the Elon Musks, or the Oprah Winfreys of the world, anyone you can think of who is extremely successful, a super athlete? What is it? Are they some superhuman? Or do they have some superpowers? Or maybe, just maybe, they're doing a couple of micro small things, from thinking to habits to just how they utilize their time. They're 24 hours in a day, maybe not even 24, maybe they're 18 hours a day, maybe they're sleeping 6, and what are they doing? What if you could just do a fraction of what they're doing? Could you see your life improving? Maybe you're already a AAA player and you're looking for that 1% or that 5%. To get a little bit better. It's like when you're a top athlete, maybe you're always coming in second or third place in whatever it is. Well, to just get that extra 0.01 second faster, or to be a little bit better, right? How hard is it to get that? I'm telling you, the Slight Edge will give you that. So whether it's beginners or advanced individuals, if you've not read this book, this is a must read. Moving on, book number 7, The Road Less Stupid. Now, I don't think anyone who's watching this video wants to ever be called stupid, right? And this book is actually written by Keith Cunningham. Now, if you don't know Keith Cunningham, he's actually not that overly branded. He's very close friends with Tony Robbins. He's been a mentee as well as also been on Tony Robbins' stage. He's actually the individual who consulted with Robert Kiyosaki. He is, I would say, in my personal opinion, I would say he is the rich dad. Okay, he is the rich dad that we all need. So if you've already read the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, then great. You know what I'm talking about. He is that guy. He is that mentor. You don't need to go out there and find a mentor, spend thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, $25,000, $35,000, $50,000 to find a mentor. Many times you can get access to a mentor like Keith Cunningham. And guess what? The best thing about Road Less Stupid is that each of the chapters written in here by Keith, he actually makes them all a standalone chapter. So this is not one of those books you want to read from cover to cover. You want to open up, take a look at the table of contents. Let's just actually go in. I'll give you some ideas of what's in it. And you want to read each chapter that might pertain to you. You read that chapter, you close the book, you go implement. It's as simple as that. Don't read the book from cover to cover. I guarantee you probably won't remember what you read in chapter 1 when you get to chapter 25, 26. What you want to do is identify what is it that you need right now. What's something that you need right now this week? Read that chapter, close the book, implement, come back, maybe read the chapter again, maybe you missed something, and then find something else that is applicable to your business, to your life, and then go read that chapter and then apply, okay? So, take a look at this, the dreaded dumb tax, right? Discipline of thinking time. I'll just show you guys here, okay? Now I'm gonna keep reading from here. I'm not gonna read all of it. The CEO should never delegate. You've got dreams and demands. We've got the big 8, thinking time. Very, very, very important here. There's actually 48 chapters in this book, right? That's going to be, if you want to grow, indigestion, strategic growth, how am I going to play the second half? There's so many different things that you may want, what gets measured gets improved, right? So there are so many things in this book. This is a must-have for every single business owner, every single entrepreneur out there. Now, we're starting to get into topics like sales, right? The ultimate sales machine. This is by Chet Holmes, extremely well-known, very, very famous. Every business owner, as you're getting, whether you're just a solopreneur, a self-employed, whether you have a large corporation, an SME or SMB, and you've got employees hired below you, you need to know about sales, about negotiations, how to select individuals. This is I'm not saying it's gonna cover everything about sales. I've got a lot of books that's all covered on sales here, and leadership books, which I'll cover in top 10 sales book, or maybe top 11, top 15, whatever it is, leadership books or sales books, or top 3 sales books to read, but I can guarantee you this will always make the list. This is something that's tried and true. It is absolutely priceless. And his mentors as well, to extremely famous and well-known individuals. You got to read the book to find out who that is. These individuals have made the titans of the North American industries and of the world. If you read Chet Holmes, I guarantee you, you will get the information that you need to bring in that revenue, the lifeblood of your company, the sales of your company. And then if you hire salespeople, if you delegate to them, then you know whether they are doing things the right way. So highly recommend. I'm not going to go into all the sales. We'll do that on a separate video. I'll probably even post a link here somewhere at a later date. You guys can watch that other video where we'll cover more on sales topics and why and what you can expect from the video, from these books, or even the review of these books, what's in it and covered in it. But highly recommend. The day that this was recommended to me by my mentor, I remember that very specific day. I dived into it. I fell in love with the book. Immediately very applicable information in here, even on hiring my own team members and how to do it in a counterintuitive way that most people would never even think about. So I highly recommend you get this book. So with that, moving on. Book number 9, Never Split the Difference. So as you can see here, I'm shifting some of the books and the topics. You notice how I'm trying to give you a very well-rounded, think of it like a diet, a well-rounded diet with supplements and minerals and all the kind of things that you need vitamins to help your body. Well, as an entrepreneur, you're gonna need to know several different things. We wear multiple hats, right? As Michael Gerber in E-Myth talks about. I'm trying to give you some of the most powerful pieces of information that you can apply to your business right away. Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. This is all about negotiations. This is all about how to close deals. It's different from Chet Holmes' Ultimate Sales Machine in that this actually goes into the deeper dives of how to influence. This is going to be something that's going to be very critical. You're either being closed by your clients or people outside in the world, your family, other members, or you are closing them. And this is an extremely powerful book. I don't want to go into all the details in it. Let me actually just give you a quick idea of things that you can expect in Never Split the Difference. Why is Never Split the Difference in my top 11 list? Right? So let's talk about, being able to have guaranteed execution. Bargain, how to bargain. You've heard of the mirror. I think some of you who might have some sales background, mirroring what your prospects are doing, there's a psychological effect. And why? Do you know why that works? Why do people do that? Be aware of the yes, master, no, blend their reality, create an illusion of control. Ooh, how would you like to have that secret of learning how to create the illusion of control? Find the black swan. What does Chris mean by black swan? Well, you'll have to get the book. Highly recommend it. In fact, as we're going through these list of books here, if there is a book that you do end up getting and you do end up reading, you don't need to read the book from cover to cover. Just read and get one thing, just one thing that is applicable, and go implement. If you implement it and you get a result, let me know in the comments. I'd love to give you a shout out in a future video if you can actually implement something from any of the books. And you don't even have to give me credit. You can just say, well, hey Desmond, thanks so much. I read the book that you recommended, book number 5, book number 3, book number 1, and I was able to implement. As a result, I got this. Let's give you a shout out. Maybe we'll even feature you. I'll point people to the direction of whatever you're implementing. I'm happy to do that. It's all about pay it forward. So let's move into book number 10, Leadership, right? John C. Maxwell is a legend and a master. So many of my leadership books up there in that shelf there are all John C. Maxwell. There's a reason. There's just so many leadership books. There's Extreme Ownership, Jocko Willink. These are some of the more recent ones, which I'll recommend in other videos. But to get started, as you'll notice here, I'm trying to give you just something to get started and cover all the bases as a business owner or as an entrepreneur. John C. Maxwell, right? 5 levels of leadership. Read it first. Leadership is not something that you just read from a book. It's something that you got to understand and put into practice, and you'll start to see the matrix. You'll start to see as you go through. You'll start to see it in your staff. You'll start to see it in your own, managers, boss, leaders, entrepreneurs, people you associate with, your mentors, and you'll see who are the different levels of leaders and what kind of results they get. Are they a positional leader? Are they a permission leader? Do they have the respect? What level of leadership are you at? Each and every one of you, I would challenge you to at least be at a level 2 or 3 at the minimum. You don't want to be a level 1, which is a positional leader. And you'll find out more about that and why that is in this book. And eventually, before the day you leave this planet, we all are going to probably eventually leave this planet. The day you leave this planet, maybe you reach that, level 5. And that's certainly my hope and goal to each and every one of you. I'm working on it, and I will continue to working on it to the day I leave this planet as well, to get to level 5. Highly, highly recommend. One of the biggest books that changed my life and changed the way I lead and how the lives I've impacted in the world. I'm extremely humble and grateful that I had the opportunity to do that, but I couldn't do that without the permission of the people I've led because of this book. Last but not least, book number 11. We'll wrap it up with this. Profit First. There are so many books out there. There are so many books that you could ideally get that will talk about money management. We'll cover that in other videos as well too. I just want to get you started. I want to just get you thinking. There's a great video that my mentor and I even did that we talk about buckets and how, my life was a mess, like I was at the age of 36, I made lots of money, lost a lot of money, on the verge of bankruptcy, never filed bankruptcy, on the verge of bankruptcy, on the verge of divorce, never divorced, and found myself being a single parent with my 2 kids living in my parents' basement because I just did not manage my money properly. As entrepreneurs, we know how to make money fast, we know how to do money, and we do crazy deals, but we don't know how to keep it, and we don't know how to keep it the right way. This book is gonna help you. It's gonna get you started. We can have deeper discussions. I can make lots of other videos, a whole playlist on money management and how to grow and scale your company, but at least get started with Profit First. It talks about, you can see here, did you pay your rent, your payroll, your utilities, taxes, supplies, transform your business from a cash-eating monster to a money-making machine. Isn't that why we all got in business in the first place? Isn't that why we're entrepreneurs? Is to actually make money and keep it, right? We've all heard the phrase, it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you keep. So if you have enjoyed this video, let me know, comment below, right? Let me know what other books you want me to review. Maybe you want me to dive into a whole deep dive on how to apply these things, or have a discussion on it. I'm happy to do that. Subscribe to the channel, obviously. I want to send out more videos to you. If you found this helpful, let me know. And of course, I'll see you in the next video.